Well, that was painful. The New York Jets lose last second to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to drop to 0-3 on the season. We thought we were getting blown out. The Jets make this epic comeback to go up with 90-plus seconds to go on a Will McDonald blocked field goal. And the Jets end up losing on a last-second field goal attempt by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 29-27. Week 3 in the books. We recap it next on the postgame show. Coming up.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
This team, man. This team. You heard it there in that intro. Aaron Glenn says, buckle your seatbelt, Jet fans, because, we're in for the ride, or whatever he says. Well, no shit there. We're in for a ride. We're down unbelievable in the fourth quarter. The Jets make an epic rally to get back into this contest. Will McDonald's block will cut up the clip of whatever my play-by-play was. I still haven't seen it. I'll have to see it after and see whatever that was. The excitement of that for all to be lost at the end. Brutal, brutal L for the New York Jets. They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, make an unbelievable rally. But too little, too late for the New York Jets as they fall to 0-3 on the season. And now we will have 0-3 Jets, 0-3 Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football for our next play-by-play analysis. Guys, make sure you guys like the video and hit subscribe as you're heading in here. This is a call-in show, so feel free to call in. That is the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25 here on the program. Without further ado, let's open up the phone lines. Up first is Hep here on the show. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. First of all, I just want to say you did a really good job calling the game today.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can see you're improving each week, and this was the best one yet. As far as the Jets are concerned, I don't know about you, but when the Jets lose, I carry it into the week with me, and when they win, I also carry it into the week with me.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah. I've had a hard September, but October is right around the corner, and
Sure.
I look forward to the meetup.
Yeah.
And I'm going to digest the game a little bit more, but I think basically we beat ourselves again today.
Mm-hmm.
With the penalties, the pick six. You take the pick six away, and what's the score, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
And those penalties, we got a couple of bad calls against us. We picked up a couple too, but I don't know if it was a total wash. But anyway, I'm going to absorb it a little bit more, and I'll get back to you tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
And we will be on there for that, Hep, of course. For more shows tomorrow, for those who are new to the channel, my name is Paul Ashton Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. We got 300 people in the room and growing. I'm seeing a lot of people are coming in here. We have a lot of callers all ready to share their opinions, and that's what the show's about. It's a show by the people for the people. Jets lose last second to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 29-27, falling to 0-3 on the season. And the Jets made an epic rally, but it wasn't good enough. And this is a results-oriented business. And they're 0-3 on the season. I have no idea what Aaron Glenn's about to say in minutes to the media, but we'll continue to take your calls. And again, a couple of notes and quotes here. Jets scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to temporarily come back and take the lead, 27-26. The Buccaneers were able to move down the field and get in a position to win this game, and they take full advantage of it. Tyrod Taylor finishes this game 26-36 for 197 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. That 1 pick was a pick six. And it's hard to win games when you lose the turnover battle in that way 2-0. Now, you can count the Will McDonald block field goal, which apparently the Jets don't on their communication center staff, as a turnover. So 2-1, but still, they lost the turnover battle with the Tyrod Taylor strip sack and then, of course, the pick six. Critical moments in the game that really hurt the Jets. Jets had penalties today, 7 penalties for 81 yards. Tampa Bay was worse. They had 14 penalties for 124 yards, but they were able to overcome it, and the Jets were not, and that's where we are. All right, again, we got a lot of callers. We'll get to everybody here on the program, I promise. Let's go up first here. We have Ofer, Jets fan.
Once again, the heart is ripped out.
That, like, the unique ways that this team finds ways to like, that we're down and we score 21 points in the fourth quarter, including a blocked field goal to the house if they convert that field goal, the game's over. We lose. It's over. But a blocked field goal will return and the ball bouncing the right way, right? We're talking about all day, the ball not bouncing the right way. It goes right into Will McDonald's arms. He's so athletic and fast that no one's going to catch him. It goes all the way to the house for the touchdown. And we're like, oh my God, did we just win this game? And no.
When they went to kick that field goal, BG, you froze on my YouTube, bugged out for a second. So I'm sitting here. I turned on ESPN, the game ticker, and it wasn't showing nothing. And the next thing I know, you're back on screaming, "Oh my God, he's running with it! He's running!" And I'm sitting here thinking, "Go down, go down, go down!"
Yeah,
he should have gone down. I'm not blaming him for scoring the touchdown, but get close and go down so we can run the time off the clock.
That is true, but here's my only counter to that is because they were down 6 points. Do you feel confident that the Jets were going to score a touchdown? Like, let's say he falls to the 1 yard line or something. Tampa Bay still had all 3 of their timeouts. So, they could have, like, the Jets couldn't have milked it all the way completely. But I get what your point, you think in the moment, but Will McDonald blocking a field goal and saying, "I'm taking this house to take the lead." I can't blame him for not going down.
No, I don't blame him either.
If the scores were different and it a field goal would have won the game for the Jets, I would have understood going down in that. But being down 6, I see where he was coming from.
Yeah, no, 100%. I understand that he's thinking, I've got to take this to the house. Our offense hasn't been doing much all game. Yeah. I'm going to win us the game right here. Now, I'm not going to lie. I gave up on this game when it went to the fourth quarter and we're down 17. I'm like, screw it. I got running to do. And then I turned it on as we scored turned you back on as we scored the touchdown. I'm like, okay, we've got a chance.
Yeah.
And listen, my heart can only handle so many times being ripped forcefully from my chest.
Yeah.
And we've been so close. Pittsburgh, Buffalo was just a non-factor. I think this Pittsburgh and Tampa are going to be very stereotypical of how this team plays this year. Very close, ability to come back, apparently. I didn't think we had it in us.
Yeah.
But we'll see. The year's still young.
Of course, right. 0-3, there's all kind, and I'm sure people will have those analytics and numbers ready about what that means for playoffs and all this other stuff. Although I'm sure no one's thinking about that at 0-3. But what your season is when you fall to 0-3, there is plenty of time left. There's a lot of things, obviously, to clean up. That the Jets were even in this ridiculous position that they needed all these crazy backflips to happen to get into this game. But no, it is desperation time for the Jets. They're facing an 0-3 Miami Dolphins team, speaking of desperate, that has been considering firing their head coach, and they're at home in primetime, and they've had 10 days to prepare. So the Jets have their work cut out for them. They can't overlook anybody, obviously. And
now, I heard you say Sauce is in concussion protocol.
Well,
how bad was that?
Yeah, hit? I would assume. Well, it actually was sort of nondescript, but to be honest, I don't even know if that can truly tell a story with concussions because, concussions are simply repetitive brain damage of brain contusions happening. So sometimes it can look nasty and then it's nothing, or sometimes it can look small, but it had just been the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak, that you could have had a lot of little ones and then it resulted in that. So to be honest, it wasn't that bad at all. Sauce just made a normal tackle and then he immediately just sort of went to the ground. He was able to walk under his own power, but Sauce has had previous concussion issues, so we'll sort of see what that means. And in the NFL, there's a 5-step protocol, so it's very difficult to turn around under a short period of time. So we'll see. But shout out to Azaria Thomas. I'll have to look at the numbers after because we were in the moment, but Azaria seemed to handle his own, so that's good for the kid.
Hey, listen, if he's playing good, how'd Stevens play today? And you watched it. How'd he play today? Decent?
Run defense, I thought he showed a lot of chutzpah. Run defense / just tackling in general, because sometimes the receiver caught the ball and he tackled him. I thought he bounced back nicely. I didn't see effort or hustle. It seems like clearly AG ripped into him and he, responded. So that's good. Emeka Ibuka had a lot of wide open plays. To blindly blame that on Brandon Stevens without understanding what happened, again, watching live, wouldn't be fair. But no, there's a couple of plays where Brandon Stevens seemed out of position pass coverage wise. But for tackling, he seemed to be really on it.
Okay. Okay. Hey, listen, if he's going to keep improving week over week, by the end of the year, we'll have a decent cornerback.
Well, we can
I
only
mean,
hope. Yeah.
that's not really a lining you want to play with, but listen, we all knew this year was going to be rough coming
Sure.
in.
Yeah.
We've been in 2 games that we quite honestly should have won.
Perhaps. Yeah.
I'm saying that about the Steelers. This one, we had to
No, I
come back.
understand. Of course.
Um,
I got you.
so, I mean, the light is at the end of the tunnel, but can we get it to keep growing? Can that light get brighter?
Well, here's going to be the big thing for me as we move forward. And 04 Jets fan, thanks for the call. Is this? We had the Steelers game. We're like, oh, moral cookies. Week 2 got blown out. Week 3, whoa, strong bounce back at the end anyway. How did they respond in week 4? We can't just keep having this herky-jerky, especially when you're not even winning the game. So, like, for the Cowboys, right, I heard Dak Prescott do a Fox interview with Aaron Andrews before the game. He's like, oh, sweet. We beat the Giants. Like, that's cool. We should have had both, he says, against the Eagles. And perhaps it's the right way to go about it. But, like, it's a results-oriented business. We need to win games. The Jets have not won any games. They're 0-3. AG has yet to find a way to win these games. All right. Again, we have over 500 people in the room, and the number's growing. It's now about to be 600. Guys, like the video, hit subscribe. You can call in. That is youtube.com/boygreen25 to react to this contest. A lot of people want to get involved, and rightfully so. Up next, yes, Alon graces us with his presence. Alon?
Hey, what's going on? The emotions at the bar between the end of the Eagle game,
Oh, right.
the Browns game, and the Jet game.
I have no
was
idea about the
crazy.
Browns game. What happened there?
I mean, the Packers were up 10-0 throughout that whole game, and they just died. And the Browns won on a 55-yard field goal to win it.
What?
Yeah, they won
Oh, my
13-10. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Love threw a horrible pick in the 4th, and they
Okay.
tied it, and then they won it at a 55-yarder. I was the only Jet fan in my bar, and
Yeah.
when McDonald blocked that and returned it, it was bedlam. It was crazy.
Oh,
That and after what's it called? The kid Carter from the Eagles
oh,
returned. that
Jalen
block
Carter.
punt.
Yeah.
A couple of things about this game. First of all, that first half was unwatchable.
Abysmal.
I can't watch flags the whole game. It was unwatchable. And I don't know what the NFL could do on that, or it's you can't watch games like that. It's awful. At 23-6, I felt it was like a Todd Bowles special where he decided, you know what? We're good. We will not play the rest of the game. I've never seen a defense play that lax at 23-6 in my life.
Which was
But I
beginning
give
of the
the
fourth
Jets
quarter.
credit. They came back. They did.
Yeah.
Here comes the negatives.
Sure. Yeah.
I can't watch Michael Clemens. I just can't.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't watch him anymore. That guy can't set the edge ever. The guy is 265, 270 pounds. He always gets pushed around. He's always out of position. It's unbelievable. Another thing, as you mentioned, the tackling was just brutal. It's brutal to watch the tackling.
Yeah.
Again, I give this team a lot of credit for their resilience and coming back.
Sure. Especially after last week and everything we criticized the team of with Buffalo and people like giving up basically after 10-0. So to see that sort of fight again, no more cookies, no more cookies, no more cookies. I can't say that enough. We're on fucking 3. I mean, it is what it is. But that fight to what we saw last week, I think had to happen, or else all of a sudden people start looking at AG, and they may still do that with the record, but go like, whoa, you can't even get your guys up for the first road game of the year, and like your back's against the wall. So that party did in the fourth quarter anyway.
I do agree with you on this case. If they lose next Monday, there's no more excuses. There's none. Okay. I don't think they'll win next Monday because I think Miami has too much offense for this team. But it's next Monday. You have a week to prepare against a team that is brutal on defense, and you're gonna have to score some points. But
and they're on the cusp of collapsing. That's another thing. That if you punch them in the face, like you've already seen the players only meeting and the quitting and all kind. Like this is a team that is volatile. And like if you let them run up or do anything on you, then you have no one to blame but yourself. But they're just so fragile that if you give them a good chuck shot, all of a sudden I think they can fold and then they could fire their coach and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
let's say Quincy and Sauce are out next week. I don't know. I'm not sure if both will be out next week.
Sure.
I worry about the alignment of their defense. First of all, I didn't think Sauce played well today. I think Sauce got beat a lot today by Evans. Evans dropped one and he got beat a lot. Mm-hmm. But again, the tackling on the second level, your boy Cisco got shredded. He was awful today.
Yeah,
but again, I give the team a lot of credit down 23-6. They could have died. They rallied. But again, when you're up 27-26 and your defense can make a stop and they let them go right down the field, it's frustrating. It is. It's quite frustrating knowing that you should have won the game at 27-26 with all the momentum. But again, as you said, next Monday night is 0-4 going nowhere and 1-3 with some hope. Not much, but some hope. 0-4, then you can actually think about next year. Honestly, you could. At 0-4, you're thinking, even though you don't want to talk tank at 0-4, but 0-4 is when you think about the quarterback market in April. You do.
Especially to the Dolphins. And again, with all due respect, with all the talent that they have on the team, with where that team is at, like that'd be, and for us, our Jets Cowboys tailgate of an 0-4 Jets team hosting the Dallas Cowboys at home. Oh boy.
And another thing I know, people are talking about the Panthers, man. They were great today. I watched that game as well. They won 30-0 today. They were fantastic.
So real quick on, I know we're doing a Jets postgame show here. Penix, did he just be terrible? So they benched him. So they benched him for play, or the game was out of hand, or what?
He was awful.
Okay,
awful. He was terrible. Okay. He was terrible. But I give the Panthers a lot of credit. I give the Browns playing at home. They did nothing for 3.5 quarters offensively, but their defense played tough, made the key stop, and got the game-winning kick. And again, their defense, when they needed a stop, they got it. And unfortunately, the Jets, when they needed a stop, they didn't. That's the difference. The Jets bend but don't break. But again, when they had the opportunity to make a stop, they didn't do so. So let's look towards next Monday night. And again, you lose next Monday night, I don't want to hear anything. Then you think about 2026. But I appreciate it, Paul. Thanks a lot, man.
There he is, Alon, joining us here on the show. And I would also say this, that's the thing for me. Will again, I don't know. I only reacted to the moment, so I have no idea what that looks like. I'll go back and watch a crazy play-by-play of the Will McDonald play. But how if you're not on the sideline, you're like, hey, defense, we have a chance to close this out right now. Look, they gave us on a silver platter. We just got a touchdown. Like, we could close this out, and that they couldn't sum it up in that one moment, despite all the talent on the team. And I know Sauce wasn't on the field and Quincy wasn't on the field, so we're missing some guys. But that's a devastating part for me. That Will's play, I don't want to say gets wasted, but it gets wasted. This awesome play has, unfortunately, the Jets end up still losing the game. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Plenty of people want to get involved. Up next is Easy here on the show. What's up, Easy?
Just kill me.
God, painful.
Just kill me. I was at the Jet Bar and I left at halftime because the last time I left at halftime, they came back and won a game.
Oh.
So,
wow. So, okay. You were close.
So I got home in time to listen to you freak out, and then I ran into the living room and turned on Fox to see if they would switch over to the Jet game, and they did. And then I got to see the Will McDonald play. And the problem with this team is the secondary, which is surprising because with Aaron Glenn, I thought that could have been potentially a strength.
Yeah.
But they're worse than they were last year in the secondary.
Yeah. Yeah. DJ Reed, that loss of DJ Reed and Brandon Stevens is massive.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Michael Carter is not the same Michael Carter he was before the injury.
Definitely not.
He had every game he's missed 3 tackles.
Mm-hmm.
Every game. I mean, he was there. He could have had him behind the line on that play, and he got away and ran for that first down, which continued that final drive. I mean, it was just, they can't.
What happened?
When it counts, they can't stop.
They can't tackle, can't cover. It's just been a rough. It's shocking.
And I'm not gonna bash McDonald for not taking a knee on the half-yard line.
No.
Because the way the offense was playing, who knew if they'd actually get it in? Or, all you need is one holding penalty on the offensive line, and then you're back 10 fucking yards.
No
so,
way.
I mean,
no way.
You know,
Again,
you-
if it's
so-
a field goal, right? If it's a field goal, we can talk about it. Hey, should he have dropped? Should he have not? You kick a field goal, you win. Okay, fine. A touchdown is 6? Hell no.
You have to get it.
And hope my defense can hold my jock on the other side 1,000%. With all due
You
respect,
have to
if
get
it was
it.
go for a Jets fan, you score the touchdown. That's 20/20 hindsight of people
Yeah.
trying to say, "Oh, if you would have done this." No way. You score the touchdown. And
Listen,
your defense can stop.
Listen, there are some players that might have had that situational ability to do that, but knowing what this team is and how snake bit they are,
Yeah.
they finally were the snake that bit the other team.
Yeah.
And how prophetic was your call on that? They got to stop them, they got to block the kick, and then they got to get a touchdown. So you were definitely channeling the football gods on that one. But of course, the football gods are there just to make us miserable.
That's true.
And,
Right. All
and
of that. And
the football gods figured, let's give Boy Green his little taste of victory, and then we'll just rip it away from him at the last second.
It's cruel. It's very cruel.
It's so fucking brutal.
I
Oh
can't
my
imagine.
God.
I can't wait to hear it from, again, they lose, and I wish it would have been the loss. I wish it would have been the decider, right? But Jake and those people that were there live at the stadium as Will McDonald, you talk about it all the time. The Michael come to Papa, the Michael Carter pick six to you. I don't know where Jake and everybody was, but Will McDonald coming towards the end zone to score the touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
And take oh my God. I have no idea where they were sitting.
They must have been losing their fucking minds.
I thought I was losing my mind, but holy crap. Like, oh my God. That's unbelievable.
I'm telling you, I left at halftime, and I was so pissed. I went onto the Jet site and looked up my ticket, and I was going to hit the sell button.
Yeah.
But luckily, since it was a promo ticket, you can't do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, man, I was so mad. I was so mad that whole game. Oh, my God. The one thing I could say about Rally Point Pub, the food's good, but
okay.
They raised the prices, and their chairs are so uncomfortable with my back. You can see I'm laying in bed because my back is fucking killing me.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm just I got a nice ride ahead of me in 2 weeks.
Okay.
At least
Well,
at least they got my brand new Toyota Tacoma truck, man.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
I only have 615 miles on it right now.
Okay. I can't wait, Easy. I know this game sucks, man, and sorry about your back. I can't wait for the Jets Cowboys game. I know this sucks. It sucks. I hate to lose. But I believe in this team. I'm always going to believe in this team. I'm always going to think that there's a chance. And I told you guys throughout the fourth quarter, there's still time. There's still time. And again, hey, they blew it. There's no other way to put it. But you just never give up. You just never give up. 700 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Thank you to the surge of new subscribers that have joined the army. If you haven't already, again, youtube.com/boygreen25. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Jets content every single day. Let's go back to the phone lines. A lot of people here. Devin, a.k.a. DNY for Life, joins us. Devin?
Hey, what's up, BG? You hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say the start. I'm gonna start with the negative.
Okay.
As I said, Steve Wilkes, I don't know about him.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to marry the system.
Yeah.
I get all of that, but I think I expect more. You're supposed to be a better teacher.
For sure. He's been around for 30 years. 100%.
We're still seeing some issues. Contain is a problem. A lot of times it didn't contain on the backside, staying disciplined on the backside of the run, and that led to gaping freaking runs and stuff like that. So I'm not happy about that. Really pissed off about that, actually, And Steve Wilkes in the secondary, man. Cisco, your boy Cisco. I don't know, BG. I don't know, BG. But I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
You know who's not getting his start back? Mr. Adams.
Yeah.
Mr. Adams. Did you see Moore, man, out there making all those tackles?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in a lot of plays, always around the ball. I don't
Tony
think,
Adams?
yeah. Tony Adams. No, Tony Adams is gone. He gone.
That's what I'm saying. Back to the bench, Tony.
Yeah. Because if this is what I'm getting from Malachi Moore,
yeah,
man, Why am I going to bring Tony Adams in? So that's at least we know that, right? And Azaria Thomas made a good play on that breakup to Abuke on the last play. So maybe we can incorporate him a little bit. Stevens play better.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on the defense. You know, we need a true edge setter, man. Like we miss Jermaine. That's what it is. We miss Jermaine.
Straight up.
You know, and the other thing that I would like to see, you know, I hope, I like the thought that, like, you know, Will McDonald, that block punt, that was amazing. What I call you going crazy. I was loving it, bro. I was so with you. I'm screaming my head off too at the same time with you. So it's all good. But you know, we gotta use him a little bit more like they use Michael. You know, move him around. Find a little weak link on the line and let him go to work. You know, because I think we don't give him enough plays. So they need to figure that out. You know, I think I'm worried about Quincy being out because that's huge. That's huge. Massive. Quinton was all over the place. You know, that was, you know, and Briggs needs more playing time. I said that before. Briggs needs more playing time. You know, anyhow. So that's my somewhat negative. But I'm going to tell you, man, the fight that I saw today, the fight, the passion that they played with, and there will be no controversy. Should Justin Fields be ready next week? I don't see no difference between him and Tyrod. So I'm going to go with the younger player. You know,
100%. Yeah.
There was no difference. I was expecting at least Tyrod, that deep ball, that deep shot. When was that? Yeah. You know, and I feel like a couple of times he spun out and he still didn't take a shot deep. I didn't get it. But I'm proud of my team. You know, we're gonna put the ass next week on Miami. We're gonna put the ass on them.
Yeah.
JJ's gonna be back. Yes. Oh, by the way, Sauce did come back at the end of the game.
Oh, he did. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I did not see that, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I was listening to the AG press conference and somebody asked him about that. He said he came back in the game, check the tape. So
awesome.
I don't remember seeing him, but
I didn't either.
Back in there, so.
Hey, I'll trust AG. Thank God.
Hey, if he did that, then he ain't gonna be in concussion protocol. You know what? I'm gonna let him take it easy though for the next few days though, just in case.
Yeah.
You just chill for a minute. I'll need you for Monday.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
But man, it was great watching the game with you, bro.
Yeah.
0-3 sucks. 0-3 sucks. We rebuilding, bro. I mean, it is what it is. We building something new, and I was very pleased. It's with AG on the sideline as well. You know, his emotions. He showed the negatives and the positives. He screamed out on a couple of players, and he also, you know, he was also elated. He went over to Lazar. I saw him go over to Lazar and was like, "Yo, good job." So, you know, I'm a little positive, man. I'm gonna try to look at that. You know, I'm not taking no moral victory because I wish we could have got a stop at the end, though, man. I felt like that play that Will did was like
the momentum, right? That they would have been like, boy, whoever it is, because Quinshana was out, so maybe it's Jamie and Sherwood. Like, boys, come on, look what Will just did. He just gave us a chance. Let's go, one stop, and this is over, man. And we win.
I was telling my wife, man, I was like, yo, they gotta be juiced. They gotta be juiced because you just saw that from Will. We got the lead, man. Yo, somebody get a sack. If we'd have got one sack on that last series, man. I feel like we could have won the game. Oh, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. But I know there's a lot of people that want to, you know, chop in. You know, I'm going to be back here still hanging out. I have to go because I'm not happy. So I'm taking my ass on a walk to, like, work out some of this frustration that I'm feeling right now. So, well, I'm not going to stay there and have it pent up.
Thanks for calling in, Devin. Appreciate you. And, yes, get out that pent-up energy. The only other thing I'll say about Will, so on his block, they had him, like, jump over the center long snapper. And then on the second one, they had him coming over the edge. And again, coming over the edge, he was close a lot. Why didn't you have him come up over again? All you need is the block. The kicker can't, like, I played in a YMCA basketball league, and I'm short as hell as a basketball player. And I was on a corner three once. They rotate around. The play was designed to go to me, and I hit a three in the corner. It goes pass to me, and I go up, and a center came charging at me who's 7 foot tall. And I just said to myself, fuck. And there's nothing, I'm in midair. So I'm like, yeah. And I just try to shoot the ball higher, and he still spikes it in my face, and then I get thrown on the ground. So, like, you know, on Will McDonald, the kicker, he's coming through. Will McDonald's jumping. There's nowhere else to go. It's over. You get the block. So, again, I don't want to criticize, but, you know, that one to me would have made a lot of sense from that perspective. All right, let's go back to the phone line. Again, a lot of people want to get involved, of course. Again, Jets lose 29-27 in a crazy finish to drop down to 0-3. We have 700 plus people in the room. Unbelievable. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, baby. We're almost at 8,050 subscribers. So guys, keep pumping it. I appreciate all the support. Back to the phone lines. Let's go back to him. Tommy is here with us. Tommy.
Hey, Paul, what's up, brother? Did you just see what happened with the Bears game against Chicago?
No,
they
what happened?
threw a pass for about 40 yards. It's like, I'm wondering why the Jets can never do that. Like, why is their offense so stagnant that they can't even complete a first down? And like your last caller, I know he wants to be all, Devin wants to be all, much respect. I love your call. I never hate anybody's calls.
Sure,
I always have respect for everybody, but like, I'm in a complete opposite boat, dude. Like, our defense can't stop a nosebleed. And when I see our defense play, you replace C.J. Mosley and you sign this guy Jamie Sherwood. What did he do for 3 games? Look how many yards, passing, rushing, and touchdowns we let up in 3 games. And it's like 2 of the games were at home. So it's like, I don't understand the philosophy you signing who got fired from sorry, hold on.
No, I can still hear you.
Not right now. Yeah. Like you signed Steve Wilks, right? Like he came off of San Fran. He was sitting for a year.
He was in Charlotte with those 49ers in college. Yep, for a year.
Yeah, they fired him for a reason. Like when I hear him speak, it's like a deflated fucking balloon. Like you're nobody. You don't have the passion that say a Bart Scott would say can't wait, or like a defensive coordinator that wants to like go, let's go. If you want to sack people, where is he at? I don't. Our defense is horrible, and it's supposed to be our strongest part of our team, our defense, and it's our weakest point right now. It's our weakest point, our defense. Even though with Will McDonald, that's when I called in. I quickly shut off because he was scoring that touchdown on the run. But still, like, look, you're up by a point. You can't stop them, like, with 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Like, what kind of shit is going on in there that, like, I just don't get it. Our defense is horrible. We have no quarterback. I am sorry to tell all the Coffee Club, everybody in Jake Asman. I want this team to just lose out because we have no quarterback. And I agree with Nick Shine, like draft a fucking young quarterback because we're not going nowhere with Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields. Like, let's be honest. Let's be real. I know you're going to say you want a little bit more playing time for Justin Fields. I know you're going to about to say that. But he is what he is.
My question was
5-6 years in the.
But tank for who? So that's my question for anyone who says tank. It's like, hey, fire this guy. I'm like, well, who do you want to hire? So tank for who though? Who's this star quarterback that's killing it in college right now?
Well, right now Nick Shine's saying Sellers. I don't know. I don't really watch
South
college
Carolina
football.
Kid. Okay. Oh, yeah, so you're just saying in general to tank
in general. Okay. What I'm saying is, BG. What I'm saying is, if Justin Fields plays like he did for the first two games, and one game he's good, one game he's shit. If he continues like that, you cannot build your franchise on that quarterback. It's not going to be successful for us to win a Super Bowl. And I'm looking for our Jets to be successful and win a Super Bowl. We got to get that quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven league. And you think that you got a defensive coordinator from Detroit that played for the Jets. You think that he would know a little bit about defense. And now all of a sudden he hired Wilks, and it's like the worst part of our team. Like, you can't let up 30-something points every game. It's not going to – you're never going to win like that, living up 30 points. But, BG, God bless, brother. Okay? I love you.
Yeah, there he is. Tommy joining us. Very passionate. And I respect it and appreciate it. We have 800 people now in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. If you guys would like to call in, that's youtube.com/BoardGreen2. 5 years. We're on the post-game show. All right, let's keep going in order here of everyone who's called in. I'll keep going in the order that you guys called in. as my children are wailing in the background. Why wouldn't they be? Good Lord. The Jets are 0-3 for God's sakes. All right, let's go next. We've got Fleur Lily and Big D joining us now here on the show. What's up, Fleur Lily?
How are you, BG?
I
want you to calm down a little. I don't want you to get sick over this.
Right.
Couple things. First of all, thank you very much for doing a play-by-play, because at the end of the first half, I was so disgusted with this. Can I say fucking team on the air?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's internet. You can say whatever you
I
want.
was so disgusted with the team and the play calling and the fact they didn't just run out the clock and accept a 7-point deficit at halftime with 40 seconds left. I was done. So I turned on the Yankee game. And by the way, they're winning. They're going to win 7-1 in extra innings.
Oh, nice.
And I just listened to your play-by-play, and I was like, okay. And then I got buddies of mine texting me and telling me, oh, we're starting, playing a little bit better. Oh,
Yeah.
Tyrod finally throws a touchdown pass. Oh, they finally make a stop. And I'm getting brought in. I'm getting, like that old fishing line, right? Bring it in. Hey, here we go. Hey, what's going to happen here? We got something going on. And then I refused to put the game on. I refused to put the Jet game on. So I was sticking with the Yankees. And I'm just sitting here watching, listening to you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that whole, field goal thing happens. And my wife goes, "Okay, we got to put the Jet game on." So I put it on, and I see the replay of, and then meanwhile my phone's blowing up. All my buddies and stuff are texting me and shit because they know I'm so pissed off. I told them, "Oh, fuck this! I'm watching the Yankees."
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, they score, and I'm like, "Okay, 27, 26."
Yep.
And my wife goes, "They might win." I go, "Nah, look at the time." Look at the time. And
You're a seasoned pro.
I think at the time, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, there's like a minute 40 left or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right around there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this defense will allow Baker Mayfield, something will go wrong. They'd only have to get a field goal, I said to her. I go, they really don't have to go that far. And let's hope the kickoff is pretty good. Kickoff sucked, of course. And I think they started at the 30 or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they just, like Swiss cheese. And I'm
100%.
like, this defense I expected our offense to be up and down. I expected that.
Naturally.
I expected Justin Fields to be up and down. And I kind of agree with Tommy, previous caller, who, if he's going to be like that, then we do need a quarterback more consistent. But our defense, BJ, what is going on? Like,
it's a good question. I just have to say this, though, for the people that are like, and Wilkes deserves his heat, obviously. AG is the captain of this ship. And if the defense is going south, or Tanner Engstrand's going south, whoever, special teams going south, it is his responsibility to go, whoa, wait a fucking minute here, people. I'm grabbing the wheel. Steve, I know I told you, but like either I'm going to oversee your plans that you're putting together or I'm taking over here. The ship cannot go down like this. And again, I understand that I've never been in this position, but I know my father has and others where you're a boss and you have to, delegate to your people and you have to put people in positions you trust and you have to give them a leash. Of course, you don't just want to, like game one or something. Well, sorry, pal. Like you're yanked, like trust and all that can be broken. But at a certain point, AG has to go. Now, wait just a minute here and let's figure this out. And I don't know when that is, but boy, being 0-3, it feels like that moment feels right now.
Yeah, it's tough. 0-3, and I mean, Dolphins have a pretty good offense. I mean, another defense isn't that good, but I could see us 0-4 very easily. Looking forward to watching a game with Alon, who's here in North Texas with me. I think we're going to try to get together during a Cincinnati game. By then, we'll be talking about the draft, I'm sure, but more so than anything else. But Owen, I don't know. I was hoping we get out of Miami with a 2-2 record, but I don't know. I got a feeling it's going to be 0-4, guys. I really do, unfortunately. I'm trying to be positive, but what can I tell you?
Hey, we got to work on it for Lily. Thanks for the call, brother. It's we're putting from the rough right now. There's no question. At 0-3, it sucks. And again, we try week 1. Oh, we're right there. Oh, this game. Oh, come back. Like, again, the moral cookies are out. The credit for the moral cookies we're having this conversation is just that the Jets seemingly gave up against the Buffalo Bills. There's a lot of examples you can point to. And in this game, they did the opposite. They fought back and did all this stuff to get all the way to the edge and then lose. And that's like, hey, man, all right. But they still lost, and it's a result-oriented business. All right, again, we have so many callers. Here's breaking the fourth wall. We have so many callers trying to call into the show that multiple people have been trying to call into the show and said, sorry, you're at maximum. 10 people are waiting to call into the show. That's just how many people want to call and talking about this game. It's saying, sorry, there's no more room for the people that are waiting on the line. So I will get to all of you here on the show, and we will continue our conversation. So that just shows you how many people want to call and talk about this game. All right, up next here, Sad Shaw. Here you are. Sad Shaw, what's up, brother?
Paul, I knew the game was going to go the way it went.
Yeah?
We were sitting here, and my kiddo, she's gone. She's getting some pictures taken.
Okay.
And my wife's like, hey, kid's not here. You want to here in about 30 minutes? Well, I look at the scoreboard, and, it was back when we were still down by like 2 touchdowns. And I'm like, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to make this a game so that I will have other things on my mind. And then we're going to fucking still lose, but we're going to make this a game. And so I was like, all right. And I'm sitting here. She's sitting in the bedroom. I can see her. And we blocked the fucking kick. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like losing my fucking marbles. I'm like, hell yeah. Like we blocked the kick. I'm like, Super Bowl. My dog, he's hiding under the table. He's like terrified.
Yeah.
It's because he's not heard me yell at the TV this year because there ain't been nothing to yell about.
That's fair enough.
And so then I look at the fucking clock and I see there's 1:48 left. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Right.
So, yes, we lost the game. Yes, I'm not wearing pants right now. Yes, my wife's in the other room smoking a cigarette. So.
Well, congratulations on the sex, buddy. Wow.
I'll leave you at that. But, Sauce definitely, I was pumped about his play, and then he got concussed, so there's always that too. But I know you got a bunch of callers, but man, we were so close. But I think we'll win Monday night. I really do. I think that's going to be the game. It was good to see Aaron Glenn kind of doing his thing. He seemed like he was optimistic, so we'll see.
Well, Bad Shot, thank you. It sounds like you're not Sad Shot. Sounds like Horny Shot. Yeah? Mingo. What's his name, though? Was Bad Shot?
I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Okay. Congratulations to the Bad Shot residents. Good Lord. Okay. All right. Stock up. Anywho, let's get back to the phone lines here. Lots of people want to get involved. I don't know if anyone's going to beat that call, but good luck. Anywho, up next, Ryan King joins us. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Well, very, very confused emotions right now, but yes.
Well, I think you join a lot of us. We're all kind of confused about all this. The one thing, did you see when Arian Smith did the illegal motion and Glenn ripped into him?
100%.
So that gave me some optimism because I was like, hey, we haven't seen that. I mean, I know Glenn's been consistent with this kind of behavior to make sure that he holds players accountable. And that made me feel good. But still, this crap with Clemens is driving me nuts. I mean, it's like every game, it's at least a 15-yard penalty on him. Every game.
Because this is where I'm kind of at, and I heard Connor Hughes say this week on his SNY Jets mailbag show, is a fan asked, hey, why have we not signed another defensive end yet? How does it make any sense? Michael Clemens stinks. And Connor Hughes' answer was, hey, man, look around the league. There's no one to add. You're just adding random players. Like, basically, he said the talent level is Braden McGregor on any other team. But I'm sort of at the point where Clemens is hurting us, and anyone has to be better. That you just, like, bench him if you don't want to cut him, so be it, and just get anybody else out there and just see what happens. Like, we just keep running into these situations, and I just feel like while there may not be a clear option available of someone who's awesome, like, so be it. Let's go through door number 2.
No, definitely. At this point, it's like you're costing us games, and it's got to be rectified. You know, I was at the Jake Asman party last night, and I spoke to some of the different commentators that Jake has on the show throughout the week, and yesterday's or last night's kind of foggy. Make a long story short, I had talked to one of them, and I was like, you know, do you think that this year is going to be more like a David Campbell first, or I'm sorry, a Campbell first year, where he went 3-13 his first year? His second year, I think he went, I think it was 9-7. His third year was 12-5, and his fourth year was 15-2. And I was like, do you think that's the type of football to expect from this football team? And his response was yes. He says, I think that this year, he said, Glenn's coming in, trying to figure out his footing, trying to change the culture, trying to see what we have. There's no superstars that have been signed besides, you know, the ones that we actually have in-house that were drafted by us that deserve it. Get this thing down to kind of bare bones, bring in the minimum players, see what we have, see what's going on, what ticks, what works, what doesn't, and now you're kind of at the ground floor and we can build up. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. You know, the thing that really, I'm going to go to a Peter Griffin reference, grinds my gears. There's two things. Number one, Brees Hall said last week, I think it was Brees Hall, he says, I got to do my 111th. And I'm like, doing your 111th, you know, I remember Bill Belichick just saying, do your fucking job. Do your fucking job. Stop worrying about the other people. And it's like, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Just do your job. That's it. And it frustrates me when I hear that, and I hear the iron sharpens iron and all those days. Because a lot of these press conferences I start listening to, I'm like, it's just the same crap coming out of different people's mouth, different time of year. It's like, you know, the question of, do you have confidence in Tyrod Taylor to run the offense? Well, he's a seasoned veteran, and, you know, he's been around a bunch of offense. It's the standard same crap. Do your job. And then I was sitting in my house, and I'm sure other Jet fans feel this way. I don't want to give the Jets money, but at the end of the day, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm not going to buy any more current Jet player jerseys at all. The only thing I'm going to buy is something that's guaranteed that means something to me. So I was like, I'm going to go back. I'm going to buy. I've got a Chad Pennington jersey. I'm going to buy a Curtis Martin jersey. I'm going to go buy a Wayne Corbett jersey, Vinny Testaverde, Mo Lewis. You know, I want to get a Kevin Mawai jersey. Those guys, you cannot go wrong with them, and you know what they were. But I'm not buying all these current Jets. I have so many jerseys in my closet that are just like, why? But you go on you go on the Jets website, they're still selling Greg Zuerlein jerseys, Kai Corley jerseys. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, even if you have an overflow of them, donate them. Like, why are you trying to sell them? It just, that kind of got on me too. So I don't know what the chat is saying about me or if they agree or disagree, but it's like, what kind of franchise are we selling jerseys that these guys got cut or let go or whatever, and we're still selling them, even if it's at 50%. Even if it's at 50% off, we're still selling them.
Whoop, sorry, I'm on mute. Sorry about that, Ryan. Our audio back and forth. Your audio is good, but when I'm talking to you with your audio on, it's messing up, the chat is saying, so apologies for that. But I would just say this. On the jerseys, by the way, not a bad plan to go old school. Chad Pennington, Kevin Mawai, Curtis Martin. They're legends, and you feel great about them forever. Blessed be he. This isn't what you were saying, I think, but just because I got a text about it or a message about it, some sort of message, someone said, hey, Paul, stop. Here's the key. Is don't go to the games, man. Don't give Woody your money. You know, hey, that's how you get it. I say this. Fans fan however the hell you want to fan. Okay. I'm not saying Ryan's saying this, but just on this aside, that fan how you want to fan. To me, if I don't go to the Jets game, someone else is. So I don't get the Woody stuff or this, that, or that. I don't give a shit about any of that. If you guys don't want, again, I understand me and Ryan are in the same place. I got like 75 jerseys in there. We're in the same place. So like, you don't want to buy Greg Zuerlein and Malachi Corley are extreme examples, but whoever the player is and they don't turn out good, you're like, geez, why do I have these stupid jerseys in the closet? That's up to you. You don't want to buy those. Fine. You shouldn't go enjoy the jerseys of Kevin Wye, Nick Mangold, and all those. But yeah, the people that say the stuff about the, like, you know, hey, don't give them your money. That's how you really make the stadium empty. Like, I just don't choose to fan in that way, personally, but different strokes, different folks. We have 800 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, or the phone lines are loaded. Up next, we have here Lou B, Super Jets fan. Hey, what's up, Lou B?
BG, number one, I do not like Lyft drivers in Tampa. They are the worst. I just start off with that. We have to walk back to our hotel. It is so hot here. It's unbelievable. But the fans didn't give up today here. I mean, it was brutal hot. Like, we're not used to this.
Yeah, right.
And we, like, fought to the last second, literally the last second. So, and then the comeback, and then Will McDonald just putting us on his back, jumping over, getting that ball. That was insane. Like, we were hoping and praying for someone to do something. And if that was him who jumped over and got the ball?
Yes, he blocked it and got the ball.
That's insane. And that's the type of players we need.
Was he running toward you guys, away from you
Yeah,
guys?
no, we were in the Jets section in like the 234s with like most of the Jets fans were there. We had 40 guys, 40 seats. Some people were getting sick. It was so hot, literally had to leave.
Oh, Jesus.
And he was coming running towards us, and we were
wow.
I was doing every Italian curse with my horns, the kicker, and it worked. I put the Maloik on him. It worked. It was McDonald plus my Italian curse, and he came running. We couldn't believe it. We thought we thought we had a chance, but the offensive line, I just think, looks terrible. I don't know what happened to them. They were so good in the first game.
Yeah, man.
But you know what? Look, the fans did not give up, and we were looking really bad. Not like the Buffalo game, we were done in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This was different, and when you're at home and you're sitting there, and it's like, it was hot at the Buffalo game, but it's way different flying down here, being in this temperature. I lost 42 pounds.
Wow, congratulations.
About 1 o'clock.
Okay.
This is like Ozempic times 1 million today. And yeah, I can't believe the offensive line. But the guy, you know what? The one thing I must say about the players today, they did not give up. Like, I watched them on the sidelines, and in the brutal heat, they didn't give up, and neither did the fans. But I guess we lost again. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I feel so bad. I dragged 40 guys down here. And that's it, man. I just, the offensive line is what, like, everyone, some people played bad and stuff, but how could the offensive line not be as good as they were week one? You could just see guys getting bullied around. What's happening? Why? And going against offensive lines that are not the greatest or injured.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, D-lines, going against D-lines, but I don't know, I'm dazed and confused here. This was quite the day. We did have a lot of fans here. The tailgate parties this morning were pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a sad day, BG. You're my guy, though.
I appreciate that, Lou B.
Kept Tim Tebow.
Yeah,
Tim Tebow. I guess it should have been Tim Tebow.
A lot of comments with these Buccaneer fans, man.
I bet.
There's a lot of comments today. We almost killed a pirate.
Oh,
I was about to kill a pirate, and it was about to be worth it. I'm like, yeah, he needs to go. but decided not to. But if we would win, I was going to choke that pirate out. I swear, it was getting pretty bad.
Sparrow was going down.
Jack Sparrow was going down, BG.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
right.
so-
Well, I love it, Lou B. Thanks for calling in, brother. Thanks for giving us the temperature of Bucs fans, and screw that pirate, those bastards. But thanks for calling in, man. Great. You guys seem to have a lot of fun down there, and salute to you guys for the first road game of the year. Unbelievable. I almost choked out a pirate. This show is insane. Oh God, you guys give me a good laugh. All right, let's so many people waiting to call in. Let's get back in. Hey, look, the legend, Bob Lederer joins us, our Jets historian. Bob.
I've got some different takes on all this today.
Oh, great. Okay, I love different takes. Sure.
First of all,
yeah,
I don't know why it took until the third quarter for Engstrom to get Tyrod out of the pocket and on the move. Because all of a sudden the offense woke up.
Yeah.
Even with the same kind of passes, short, left, right, mostly to Garrett, but he was open and he threw it to the right shoulder and the defender couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
And because it was quick hitters and because he was on the move and he wasn't being pressured from the left, from the right, and from right at him, that he had time to throw. So that was frustrating.
Sure.
Secondly,
yeah,
we almost won the darn game with our second string quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he isn't better than our first string quarterback. The jury is still out on that.
Sure.
But look where he brought them against a pretty damn good defense.
For sure.
I mean, obviously, they're good defense.
Of course.
Third, I'm kind of an advocate right now that this is now the Glenn regime. And we said after 2 games, you can't make up your mind yet about this guy. I think the same is true after 3 games.
Yeah.
I think they clearly made a lot of progress today.
Yeah.
Especially, and I'm really enjoying listening to everybody else with their
a lot of interesting takes.
their anecdotes of how they spent the afternoon watching the game either live or on TV. Because I was watching the Mets on one screen and the Jets on another.
Oh, great.
But I'm going to give him the time. And, you know, I keep saying when I visit with you, you got to give them time to mesh. And particularly the offensive line. Number one, this is maybe the first game where they played all the way through, except, Pittsburgh too.
Yeah.
And they just getting the experience of playing with each other.
Continuity, for sure.
Yeah, and the defense, hey, why do you think there were all those holding penalties in the first quarter against Tampa?
Yeah.
Because they were using, as you've pointed out several times this week, 3 backup offensive linemen. So imagine this, go back to the preseason.
Yeah.
And if the Jets' full defense had been playing on the field against backups from any other team, you would have seen the same thing happen, except if they didn't hold, they would have been dominated and they would have had a bunch of sacks, you know, or
That's a good way to put it.
Or tackles behind the line. So I give the defense credit. And although it's really bad that Quincy got hurt, but, you know, and McGregor's not going to be a world beater, but McGregor had a lot of playing time today. And so let's see what he can do. And they were moving a lot of guys in and out of the lineup because of the heat that I think Lou just made reference to. You know, we had they said at one point in the first half that the temperature on the field was like 130 degrees or something.
Yeah. And I didn't even mention that during any part of the broadcast of the on-field temperature, not just the listed temperature, because obviously you get everyone down there. Yeah, right. It was much worse than I portrayed.
So 0-3. Can't be happy when they lose another game.
Definitely
but I got to tell you, when they blocked the kick and ran it back for a touchdown, and I'm sitting in my bedroom watching the Mets again, like I said, I'm going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. How is this happening?
Yeah.
They could win this game. And then, as one of the other callers said, I looked at the clock and said, oh my God, there's 1 minute and 45 seconds.
That's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time, especially with a team that is so adept so far this year with 4-quarter comebacks.
Oh, look at them. Yeah, they've all of their wins, the Buccaneers I'm referencing this season, are one-score games. So they have this moxie. Baker obviously deserves a lot of credit for his. There's a constant belief that no matter the situation, the Buccaneers are like, we're going to figure it out because we have our leader at quarterback. So I'm sure the Jets eventually want to be sharing some of those intimate feelings in their locker room and on their team, that you just have a quarterback that you trust and believe in, because obviously they have that with Tampa.
And Tampa's attempt to run out the clock, I mean, forget about the last 3 seconds, but to try to use the running game, and the Jets held him, 2-3 yards. That's okay.
Yeah, sure.
There was that one back-breaking play where he broke a couple of tackles and got down to the 18.
Yeah.
And at that point, you figured, okay. But I was listening to you. I turned you on at the very end because I don't have the Sunday ticket. So I'm watching it through other means. And the other means, in many cases, didn't have any volume, which would be good. So there's Boy Green giving me maybe a little bit behind the play, but giving me a little bit of info. But secondly, the signal kept going in and out, so I had to keep refreshing like every 3 minutes.
That's what someone else said too, and it was something with YouTube apparently having an issue. But a lot of people had that same thing happen. Yeah.
So anyway, I don't feel as bad today, certainly, as I did last week, and I don't feel as bad as I did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, moral victories are nothing to be happy about, but they played a darn good team today in their home opener before really raucous fans in overwhelming heat. And, Aaron said a couple of weeks ago, I want to have the kind of team that, and at the end of the season, our fans will be proud of. And I'm proud of the way they played today. And I got such a kick, and I'm sure you did too, watching Aaron go into his gyrations, after they went ahead. It reminded me a little bit of a JETS. But no, that was really, that gave me a kick. Because, I mean, obviously we know he cares, and he wants to win desperately. And, I wish for his sake that they would have pulled it out, but I'm not worrying about how many wins they get. I'm worried about how much they improve individually and collectively. And I think there's some progress there. And I know people are going to say, oh, it's a loss. It's terrible. I feel over. Okay, I get it, and I can relate to that. But to me, it's a long season, 17 games, and this is a rebuilding process, whether we want to admit it or not. Some people think they're going to win 12 games, and they still might think, it could be. I don't know. But anyway, no, I felt good about what I saw today, and a lot of different levels. And when they made adjustments in the second half, it did make a difference.
Clearly did.
Unlike last week, where basically Buffalo just steamrolled them no matter what the Jets did. So I think next week will be interesting, because Miami's defense is nothing to worry about. And their offense, well, there'll be a challenge, but I don't think they're going to be as good as Tampa's was, to be honest with you. So,
and Bob, salute here.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Yes.
And I wore my cap today for the first time ever watching the Jet game. So almost. Maybe I'll wear 2 caps next week, and it'll make a difference. Oh, and you can see my shirt at least has a lot of green in it.
That's true. I can see the green, Bob, and appreciate you. And someone said a comment in here. I love that Bob is just a mainstay on the show now. Who said that? Someone just said that. Oh, there it is. Meadowland Swamp Thing. I love how Bob has just become integrated into Boy Green Daily and all of our Boy Green content. It's awesome. From that one time, Bob reached out, and me and Bob have done a conversation before, but it was never a video interview before this year. We had done an audio interview before promoting his book many years ago. And we had known of each other in that way. But now that when he reached out, because unfortunately Jerry Philbin passed away this summer, Bob reached back out, and then you guys resonated with it. It's so cool. It is great that he's now just a part of the show. So a big credit to Bob Lederer. And yes, I will say on the HE comment, I'm glad he brought that up because we haven't talked about that yet. He was just so engaged with the like whether every part of it, like Arian Smith blowing it on the sideline, he's just like ripping him, like, come on, man, line up here, line up there. The Will McDonald block, obviously, where he's jumping up saying, yeah, or when the defense got a great stop and he goes to the side, see, I told you guys there's a chance, we got to do this. I get it. We don't pay him to be a cheerleader. But just to see that engagement, that care, that jet blood running through his veins, there's something there for sure. Again, I know a lot of people, moral cookies, this, that, and the other, but but there was some of that to resonate with, certainly. Again, let's finish off with a couple more callers here that are waiting on the show. Up next here is KO, who's been waiting. KO?
Hey, what's up, BG?
All right. Whoa, KO. What? You're a police officer?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, we can't talk about it. It's on the DL.
But
Of course. Yeah. What's up?
But yeah, this I'm cool on everything. The defense is just terrible. I don't understand how we couldn't contain a Baker Mayfield. It's not like we got to contain Josh
Lamar
Allen,
Jackson or something.
Lamar Jackson or somebody. Like, this is pathetic. And I don't know how many times we right there for a second. The guy is jumping instead of finishing through the plays. Yeah. You have nobody on defense that can tackle one-on-one. I'm over that. I'm overseeing that. Sauce got beat all game today, and he just got paid. Jeremy and Sherwood, Lowe's from the Island, just got paid. Garrett Wilson, and I'm gonna tear into him too because he did nothing. He didn't play like a number one receiver today. Because if he attacked the ball on that comeback route, it's not a pick six. It's a broken up pass. He sat there and looked stupid. I'm over it. I'm over it. Yeah, down there. Yeah, I'm over everything. And then everybody said, "Oh, we're gonna beat Miami." How? We can't even do anything with Mike Evans being out off the field. You kidding me? A rookie and no names straight beat us. So what are you talking about? They have playmakers. They have Jalen Waddles, Tyreek Hills. I don't care what's going on with them right now. They have playmakers that know how to make plays. Something that we can't stop. We can't stop playmakers for some strange reason. We had this Irvin guy who just ran all over us and did whatever. And Baker Mayfield screaming out the pocket, running all over. I don't want to hear anything about it's a guaranteed dub. I don't want to hear it at all because we didn't show anything that we can guarantee beat anybody.
Of course
at
not.
all. So and it's frustrating because I'm just like, you know what, I'm over it. I'm not even watching games anymore. But I was watching. I still got it through. Shout out to Will McDonald because when he got the block, my bad, we got it. We got him. We got him where we want them. All we gotta do is just hold on defense. That's all we gotta do. Why are we blitzing when we should be guarding the chains, guarding the sidelines, making them use timeouts? Like Steve Wilkes, I was never a fan of hiring either. He was a terrible head coach. He was a terrible D coordinator. Even we had great plays out there in San Fran, couldn't do anything with him. So I don't want. Then our offensive coordinator, I'm really beginning not to like him because I don't understand why we have a mobile quarterback. Clearly, why not do rollouts, shift the pocket, do things like that? Why it took us to go to the third quarter to start doing that, fourth quarter? Like, it's nonsense. It's nonsense all around. Then again, offensive line got abused today, badly. Even when they didn't blitz, when they just rushed four guys, Fashano got abused today.
Oh yeah,
flat out. He got flat out belt today. I don't want to hear anything. He got belt. Who else? Our defensive line couldn't stop nothing.
Good
night. We got the guy in the backfield for potential 3-yard loss. He makes one guy miss and runs for 5 yards, 6 yards. Baker Mayfield. There's no way that we in a crunch time moment and y'all break contain and let this man run for almost 40 yards. It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Zero. And I'm tired of seeing Mike Clemens on the field. As long as he on the team, I'm gonna just say I'm not even watching him because he's terrible. More penalties. He's pathetic. For real, it's crazy. But shout out to Zaire Thomas. He got in. He got a good break. He was in play. He made a good breakup. Which I don't know how, they say, it's a catch. No, first of all, you got to secure both feet in bounds.
Of course.
Only 1 foot in bounds. It's already Thomas. I'd rather I would be okay with dealing with a rookie who could be out of place, but it's right there who can, make up and make a play on the ball. Zari Thomas can do that. And he got the length, he got the speed. Mike Evans go out the game? Why not roll coverage to
Emeka Buka? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm confused. Why not roll coverage over there? This is what I'm saying. Like it's foolishness. It's foolishness all across the board, from the head coach to defensive coordinator. It's nonsense. You know, and I feel for Will McDonald. Will McDonald played his heart out today, especially on that run back. I don't know why people think we should have took a knee. No,
definitely not. No, I totally disagree against that.
Because
sure.
our offense was shaky all game.
Yeah,
Brees Hall had no running lanes, nothing. Everything was clogged, and he running to the behind the offensive lineman. No, score, and our defense was supposed to be the strong suit of our team. Terrible. I'm not sold on nothing. Honestly, we should have kept CJ Mosley for a list.
Yeah, that would have been something. Well, KO, thank you for calling in, and thank you for your service. Thank you for tuning into the Boy Green postgame show with your job going on there. Thank you. Yeah. We have 800 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. We're going to be wrapping up here shortly, but let's get to another caller here. Up next, Indy Jets is next here on the show. Indy?
BG, every caller that you've had come in here said it's all the defensive problem.
Sure, yeah. There's been a lot of
one caller said the biggest problem on this team is the defense. I believe the defense held them to 1 touchdown and 4 of the 5 field goals, because the 5th field goal was a Tyrod turnover.
Right?
Yeah. They kicked the field goal off of that. And then they got a touchdown.
Was the Mike Evans play, right? Yes.
Right. So 1 touchdown, in essence, 4 field goals. The defense held them to 19 points because, Tyrod's fumble, they didn't move the ball, but 20 yards, kick a field goal. That was a gift. That was the gift to him. Tyrod gave him another gift of a free touchdown. There's 10 points. The defense gave up 19 points.
Field goals. Yeah, 1 touchdown, 5 field goals was the final tally.
Correct. Right. And then, but that one of those field goals was the result of the fumble. Okay, which they didn't move the ball much, so it was a free gift. That was there's an extra 3 points. So there's, in essence, 10 points that the defense shouldn't be responsible for.
Yeah.
And you want to look at the weakness of this team. Brees Hall ran the ball 9 carries for 21 yards. That seems bad.
Yeah, I
right.
agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's even worse than that because he had a 17-yard run. So that means out of the other 8 carries, he gained 4 yards. You want to talk about, and then you got the people that talk about Michael Clemens. Okay, you want to talk about Michael Clemens? Let's talk about the penalties. How about the 29-yard? How about the 29-yard pass interference that they scored on? Or how about the face mask from Quinnen Williams that they scored on? It's comments like that to sit there and say it's all the defense, and we got to blame Michael Clemens. Take Michael Clemens off the team, we still lose 29-27. And it's not the defense. The defense is not the strength that we thought it was going to be. And they have played. We didn't win the time of possession, so that means the offense couldn't control the clock very well. Okay, what do you want the defense to do? They were on the field for 30, 33, 34 minutes. The job of the offense is to score points. And if we can't do that, it doesn't, we have to count on a special teams defense to make it a game.
Yeah, time of possession was 32-27 in favor of Tampa. 32-27 was the...
Yeah, I was just I couldn't remember.
No, just to clarify for fans. Yeah. And
so
in terms of offense,
5-minute difference. It's a 5-minute difference. Well, you're going to get that when Brees Hall. You're going to get that when Brees Hall has, in essence, 8 carries for 4 yards. Is that Brees Hall's problem? Is that an offensive line problem? Is that a coaching problem? I don't know. But the biggest problem is the offense. The defense was a bend and not break. I will say, like I said, 4 field goals and a touchdown is what the defense gave up without the fumble and without the pick 6. That's not a bad game. You give up 19 points, in essence, is what they gave up.
I would say the
pretty
only
good Tampa
thing.
team.
What was it for the offense? I agree with you. So they started out the game with the 2 drives, ended up with the 2 field goals. The end, obviously, they needed everything at the end that they did. The meat of the sandwich is where the offense lost the game of just being completely inept. The play calling was very weird. The 4th down play they go for, which by the way, I was all for in that moment in the game, an obvious 4th and 1, Braylon Allen solo back in the backfield that got stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey. The offensive stuff was really just brutal.
Yeah, and that's where the problem is I mean, what do you expect the defense? I mean, the defense gives up, 19 points, allows 1 touchdown and a few field goals. What more do you want from a bend and not break defense? Again, this until Channer gets this offense fixed and figures out that we can play 4 quarters. If we played the first and second quarter like you played the third and fourth quarter, you'd have won the game. But that's not what we've seen for 3 games, and that's why we're 0-3. And they're going to come out and they do that against Miami. Miami's got the ability to score points, and they probably will score points against a bend and not break defense. But if we're putting up a field goal here and there, and then wait till the third and fourth quarter to finally decide hey, the game plan didn't work, and it took us 3 quarters to figure out that the game plan didn't work. So we talked about it earlier in your first stream. Throw the game plan out because obviously it didn't work, and I think and if you look, that's kind of what they did, isn't it? They threw the game plan out and said, "Here, we're going to do this now." Why does it take 3 quarters? For these professionals, these coaches to go to, is it stubbornness to say, I know better, so we're going to stay with our play, even though it doesn't work? I don't know what it is.
It's a fair question.
I hope that AG sits both of these coordinators down and says, if you see it's not working in the first quarter, you better fix it, because we can't go 3 quarters into it before you decide to throw the clipboard out and go, let's just try this. So yeah, it's not on the defense. I think the defense could play better, yes, but they didn't play that bad, comparable to how bad the offense was. I wanted to get that out there because every single person was blaming the defense, and I heard Michael Clemens' name a couple times. I don't care about Michael Clemens. We tease each other a lot, about the Clemens. That 29-yard pass interference was what hurt more.
Which, by the way, was bullshit though. The fake sauce one you're talking about on the right end.
Yeah. And Sauce didn't play well. I mean, you're talking about these are all
overall, yes. Let me make that clear.
I mean,
obviously, no excuse for that. There was a bullshit call, but overall, no. Sauce got dog whipped by Mike Evans for a big part of the game, and you pay your number 1 corner. Someone asked me in the pregame show, he was a Bucs fan. He called in and said, "Hey, Sauce versus Mike Evans, who's going to win more?" And I'm like, if I'm being totally honest, I think Mike Evans is going to win more of them. I don't know how many they're going to be, but I'd imagine Sauce is traveling with him. He's going to win more of them than not, but Sauce has to win some of them at the highest paid corner in football, and he did not. Outside of Mike Evans' drop, which I don't count. So
yeah, and that 2022 draft with Sauce and Garrett and JJ and Brees and Michael Clemens. Clemens was what, a fifth round pick, I believe. Fourth round pick. You expect more out of your first round picks. So as a 4th round pick, you don't expect a whole lot. And yeah, he's made a couple of mistakes, and and if he's not on the team tomorrow, I really don't care. But that's not our problem. If our number 1 pick and the number 1 corner in the league better play like a number 1 corner, Clemens can play like a 4th round pick, but our number 1 pick needs to play like a 4th round pick or like a 1st round pick. Garrett needs to play like a 1st round pick. That pick 6. That is I don't know what's going on, why he wouldn't come back on that. He started to and then just kind of stopped and waited on it. That's not a top 5. You wouldn't see Mike Evans do that. These these offensive mistakes that we're making is what's killing this team. And good job for Will McDonald for clearing that center.
Because sometimes there can be a penalty if you touch. So yeah.
Yeah, explain this then, BG. The end of the game with 3 seconds to go, where did Will McDonald line up?
On the edge, which again, I just don't. Which again, fair that he was close a lot of times on the edge throughout the game, but I just didn't understand. Dude, you maximize his leaping power. All you need to do if you're the Jets, you don't have to return it to the house for a touchdown. The second one I'm talking about at the end of the game, you don't have to return that way. Just slap it and fall on it. Game over. Jets win. So I was confused
and if you
by that. Yeah.
If you line him up over the center again, just like you did, even if he doesn't do what he did, they're going to think that you've got that center.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you've got the effect of what's going to happen to that. Is the center going to be thinking, do I need to get this and then stand up? You get him in his head. Even if you get in his head and he throws and it's a bad snap, something, and that's and why we don't do that. We go away from the things that work and continue to go back to the things that don't. And we've been doing this for years. I don't understand. I just don't understand why when you find something that works, well, let's quit doing it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And Indy, thanks for the call, man. And again, I said at the end of the game, either at the end of the game or ended up in the postgame, like, damn, that seems weird. You wouldn't even try it, at least to get them thinking about it or whatnot. Wow. Folks, I just want to thank you for over 6 hours of live stream coverage on the show today. If you've enjoyed any part of that, please like the video and hit subscribe. We have 800 people in the room. The optimal way to enjoy this program is youtube.com/boygreen25. Again, that is youtube.com/BOY green the color GREEN25. We had a surge of new subscribers during the show. Again, I wish we would have had a better result to talk about in terms of game. The game itself was wild at the end, and you guys can rewatch that live stream if you guys would like to see it. We'll definitely be pulling that Will McDonald highlight. I don't even remember what I said during it, so that's going to be awesome. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the pregame show, the live show, and now this postgame show. Obviously, you guys had a lot to say and appreciate it. Again, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. I am now officially, which is funny how that worked out a couple days ago, a full-time digital content creator. So help me help you. The more you guys can support this channel, the more I can do for you guys. So appreciate it. Thanks for being along with me for the ride, and we'll be back on tomorrow morning for another episode of Boy Green Daily.